This episode of AutoTech is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy and fast to create your own professional website, portfolio, and online store. For a free trial and 10% off, visit squarespace.com and enter the offer code DIMCO at checkout. A better web starts with your website. I'm standing here today with the all-new 2014 Chevrolet Silverado. All-new body design, 3 brand new engines, and the best fuel economy in its class by far. It is so cold outside today. It snowed in Toronto this morning. The entire film crew is sitting in the truck waiting for me to finish this segment. But this is going to be a good one. I am sitting here in the 2014 Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, but you already knew that. This is the Limited Z model, so that means that it's got the nice chrome grille at the front, which is split across the middle, big golden bow tie on there, quad headlamps, which really look nice. The front of this is a brand new redesign, so the front of it really gives that like bold and really refined look. You've got the big 20-inch chrome wheels, and really everything. This is a rolling mirror. So you're driving along in a mirror. Should it be a sunny day, a lot of drivers are going to go bing, bing, bing off the road because of the reflective surfaces of this car. I'm gonna get into the far right-hand lane. Oh, that's someone's umbrella on the road. I gotta roll over it. Which is actually a perfect segue to our next statement of me saying how low this truck is to the ground. It's actually really low, a lot lower than any other trucks. When I was driving the Ram, when I was driving the Ford F-150, I found myself catapulting into them, and not because they didn't have the man step down below, just because they're pretty high off the ground, and the Ram has an air suspension. This is just very low to the ground, very easy to get in and out of, which is awesome for short people like me. But this is the first truck that I've actually taken it into a field to do some of the off-road capabilities with it, and because Chevrolet's motto is find new roads. So I found a new road right in the middle of Elliot Deseure's cornfield, and I imagine I'm going to be picking out corn husks from the undercarriage for the next couple hours after filming this video. Now, with an all-new redesign comes all new features, and the first one I want to talk about here are these doors. All 4 of them are triple sealed from the inside. So should you find yourself wading in quite a bit of water, first you should probably freak out and then be like, wait, no, I'm good. I drive a brand new 2014 Chevrolet Silverado. These doors are triple sealed from the inside. No water getting by them. On the back, you've got this fantastic tailgate that when you pull it, just eases down nice and slow, so there's no banging or clanking there. On either side of the tailgate, you have these fantastic man steps that make it easy for short people like me to kind of jump up and hop into the box really quickly. No more jumping over the sides and cracking a rib. Now, to keep up with the competitors Ford and Ram, it's not Dodge anymore, it's just Ram, GM came out with 3 brand new engines for this truck. The whole idea is to have a really powerful engine, a mid-range engine, and then a very fuel-efficient engine. And what GM ended up with was a lot of really powerful fuel-efficient engines. Under the hood of this model, I have the 5.3-liter AutoTech V8, and that V8 will actually drop down to 4 cylinders when all 8 aren't needed, which is awesome. And I should mention that the Ram 1500 that I reviewed a little while ago did that as well. And that might actually be the key to fuel efficiency in trucks, because I drove the 2013 model Ford F-150, the V6 EcoBoost, and it drank fuel faster than a 747. The V6 EcoBoost was worse on fuel than my dad's 09 V8. The Ram was very much like the Silverado. It dropped down to 4 cylinders when it didn't need all 8, and it was really good at conserving fuel. All right, so the Silverado just finished. $116. I can't even zoom in on that. $116 and 85 liters in that tank, and it is full. I'm buying a new truck. What a fuel efficient god. People have this notion, oh, your truck takes, $150 to fill the tank. Well, I'm going on 853.8 kilometers right now, and I haven't put a dime in the tank. Now, there's a lot of new safety features with this truck. Like I said before, you'll never dislocate your arm dropping the tailgate. You'll never crack a rib jumping into the back of the box. And of course, you can't drown because of those triple sealed doors. However, now you won't be able to actually roll off of a cliff unless you put your foot on the accelerator to do so, because it almost feels like there's no torque. You really have to mash your foot down on the accelerator to get the truck going anywhere. It is a 5.3-liter AutoTech V8, but there's just a lot of give in the throttle, and you notice that. Now the interior of this truck is nice, but it's nothing special. It's nothing bad. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's just there's nothing really that dazzles you. You've got some nice real leather up on the dash here, white stitching to complement that, which looks great. But then right under that, you've got cheap gray plastic. I can confirm that there is no lack of inputs in this truck. I mean, you've got 3 USBs right here, 2 cigarette lighters, an outlet. I believe you've got 2 more USB plugs in here, and then also inputs for your iPod and video, if I should know. Infotainment is run off the MyLink system. Now, if you guys remember about a year ago when I reviewed the Chevrolet Spark, that's the last time I got to touch the MyLink system. 2 completely different cars. The Spark shook like cardboard when you went over 100, and this truck is, well, I quite like this truck. With the old MyLink system, you actually had to download the navigation package, the maps package to your phone. You had to buy it. It was like 50 bucks extra. It was an app that you just downloaded to your phone, and then like 7 gigs of data would just sit on your phone. So I'm glad they've either gone away with that, or at least they're hiding it from me in this truck. The infotainment system itself there's only one word to describe it, and that's simple. I was in a Toyota Corolla a couple weeks ago, and mind you, this is a car made for the elderly. And when I had my girlfriend's grandmother in it, she had no clue what half of the stuff did. But this is good. You've got your music, you've got your navigation, you've got your settings, and you've got your OnStar. It's very simple to learn, very easy to learn, just very clean cut. Now, while we're stopped, we can look down here. You've got some cool spaceship looking switches. This will raise your pedals up and down. That turns off your traction control. That's a huge button too, to turn off your traction control, so you don't miss that. This is actually a light in the back of the box, so that's really convenient. Park assist, and then that's your lane departure warning, which I should have on. That actually vibrates my seat, so I get a little bit of a nudge on my ass when I'm going out of the lane, and I shouldn't be. This guy that left of me is looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm talking to a camera. Hello, how are you? Oh, you're looking at me now, even crazier. We got snow in Toronto this morning. I'm wearing shorts and sandals right now. It's snowing. What the hell's wrong with the weather? How could I forget to mention the center console here as we move forward? You've actually got a huge center console here. This is a very deep cavity. You could definitely put a human head in there. This is a movable cup holder, so you can move this up and down among this cavity here. You can store stuff down there, all sorts of good stuff. This opens up, and I'm not going to open it up while I'm driving. I'm just put 2 hands on the wheel because I always get called for that. That opens up, and it's actually a categorized compartment. You can have file folders, you can have all sorts of stuff, and you can actually probably put another human head in that compartment. It's so big. So essentially, this is a truck built by General Motors for Dexter Morgan. And hey, you never know when you're going to need that space. All in all, I've quite enjoyed my week with the 2014 Chevrolet Silverado. It's the first Silverado and Sierra refresh that we've seen from GM in 7 years since 2007, and they came out guns a-blazing. Lots of cool features like that soft tailgate, those steps for short people like me to get back up into the box, that's awesome. Triple sealed doors, very simple and very easy to use infotainment system, but it still has all the features that you need. Vibrating seats so that your ass shakes when you're doing something stupid, and fuel efficiency like I have never seen before. It was $1.37 a liter to fill up the tank yesterday. $116, filled up this tank from dead, and it got 800 kilometers to the last tank I used. That is unbelievable. I have never seen that kind of fuel efficiency before. It might be attributed to the fact that I was on the highway for probably like 400 or 500 of those kilometers, but still, that is pretty unbelievable fuel efficiency. And maybe I'll even ask them to take this on the Great American Road Trip, because that Range Rover is going to be a hog on gas. However, at this point in time, I am illegally parked in the Rogers Center parking lot, and there is a parking enforcement officer walking towards me right now. So if you have any questions about the 2014 Chevrolet Silverado, leave them down in the Google Plus orgy down below. My name's Luke DiMarco, and I will see you in the next video.